What is going on, guys? 7107 The Views here, back with another top 10 list for you all. As today, I am here to discuss my top 10 best moments in the Star Wars sequel trilogy. You guys know I did do a top 10 best moments of the original trilogy, and I also did a top 5 best or worst moments of the prequel trilogy. So now, I'm here to, I don't want to be talking about a lot of Star Wars lately, but really I am been, and now I'm here to see sequel trilogy, which, as far as a lot of plans, it definitely has some great moments, especially in the first two movies, so it's definitely interesting to have one of my favorites from this trilogy, considering that a lot of people kind of been sounding over time, but overall, I do think this is actually a great trilogy, honestly. I think I'm going to bring it actually in my number 10, my favorite trilogies, honestly, to be honest. Yeah, but overall, I do hope you'll enjoy it. So as I do, this is just my personal opinion. I would love to know what will be your favorite moments from this trilogy down in the comments down below. Now, both people hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. So I'm gonna go first. Let's get it on. Kicking off the list at number 10, we have the first meeting between Leia and Luke. And we'll talk about the fun Force Awakens last time, considering that Force Awakens has Leia and Luke's lightsaber, like, and it's like that, and then basically, I think most of the last Jedi basically see him and Luke gets lightsaber, and you think, oh, that's gonna be interesting, and then Luke just tosses the lightsaber. Like, I remember being so shocked, like, oh, that is gonna be interesting. Why would Luke of all people do this? Like, that's gonna be interesting. So, I know during that moment for me, I freaking love it. At number 9, we have on seeing Leia again from The Force Awakens. Like, unfortunately, I'm not gonna see like an actual room between Luke and Han. That would be great, but seeing Leia, I don't know, seeing Leia and Han really nice and such. Like, I remember my being like so excited, like, much as I didn't know Ray get kidnapped, like, and see Han like, Leia finally, and then go see me was like, goodness, Han Solo, it's a C-3PO. You pull the dark now, you for the red arm. Which I actually do explain actually in the level in the Lake Force Week, which I think is definitely so canon. Same hair there. Same jacket. No, different jacket. And watching Jim, like, that scene is just so, oh my god, awesome to always watch. It always makes me smile. And finally, about Han, because at number 8, we got his first appearance, and we got the first time to see him again in The Force Awakens. Like, the first scene, at the great fashion sequence where basically they go off Man Falcon and trying to figure out how to fix it, and trying to figure out like, what to do, and come in there and see, I was like, I remember my dear screaming out loud when I did see Force Awakens in the theaters, thankfully, and they're like, Han Solo, I was trying to say, Chewie, Rome. And seeing his actually with Leia films off the screen as well, it's just amazing to see Han Solo on the screen again, though. And again, we'll get to a couple more months for Han Solo later, but it's just amazing to see him on the screen again. Like I think me, Han Solo has always been, I'm always between him and Luke as my favorite Star Wars character, but Han Solo is just awesome. Now at number 7, we also got the emotional moment between Han and Leia in The Force Awakens. Because the moment when Han Solo leaves, it says to him, how much we fought, I always hated watching you leave. That's what it is. So you missed a classic Han like that. This was pretty good. Things never change. Still drive me crazy. If you see your son, bring him home. Like, that moment I remember being so emotional. I was like, oh man, like, or just. Now at number 6, we got the Luke and Leia reuniting scene from The Last Jedi. Like, I'm sad we're never gonna see a Luke and Han reunion, unfortunately, because Han Solo died in The Force Awakens, and I'll get to that moment later. But seeing a scene between Luke and Leia, it's just, I understand the last thing probably seeing these two together, it's even more emotional. Like, Luke, not your name. I changed my hair. It's good. I'm sorry. Like, seeing these two talk to each other and talk about everything that's happened is just beautiful, breathtaking, and just wonderful seeing these two actors again. Especially if you grew up in Star Wars, that they even more like, oh my god, seeing these two together again. And even this sort of kind of brief scene is definitely a beautiful scene, especially when Luke kisses Leia. Like, oh man, like, I always love these two together, and that scene just about is what's so great about their relationship. And now we get to the moment after that, one that kind of leads to that, is the Luke versus Kylo Ren fight from The Last Jedi. But of course, it was fun seeing Luke just walk over, like, the whole entire sequence is on this list, because there's so many great things about that sequence. Like, we're seeing Luke walk up and, like, kind of just, then Luke just saying, like, that scene is just awesome. And kind of on the scene, these two just fight each other and fight everything, and I think Luke's mom, in general, that's like, says, I would kill the Last Jedi. That's like, basic. Everything that you just said was wrong. Like, dialogue and everything, the emotion that has between that sequences, is something I've always loved about that sequence. Like, all around, it is just an amazing, because I love having issues with how, like, Luke ends up dying and all that, but it's still an emotional and beautiful sequence all around. Now at number 4, we get the whole temple burning scene, and also seeing the Luke and Yoda scene from The Last Jedi. Like, was after Rey decides to leave, they basically see him as an angry Kylo Ren, and then he's like, so like, and it's like, Master Yoda. I was like, Yoda, young Skywalker, and then the whole thing ends up burning alive. Just the discussion they have in that sequence is just. I think the whole plays a lot of the great imagery and the way moments that has involved in The Last Jedi is just so amazing, beautiful, and just wonderful in every sense of the word. Now I'm pretty sure you guys probably know what these next few sequences are, since I didn't actually include sequences in my top 50 best movie moments of the 2010s. But I'm still gonna. I didn't include most on my list because much at this list now I haven't really, but. And as coming in number 3, we have the throne room sequence from The Last Jedi. And this, a lot of people, some of is probably the best moment of the entire movie, and I think the reason is everything in terms of the choreography, in terms of the cinematography, in terms of how everything's handled, how everything is done. This sequence is just just a pure choreography in terms of how the movie looks. It's just breathtaking, wonderful, and just downright wonderful and fantastic in every sense of the freaking word. Like, truly something special in the sequence. Now coming in at number 2, we have Han Solo's death from The Force Awakens. And when this is obvious and not to talk to, I cannot, a lot of people there was a lot of emotion when I saw this in the theater, like, you know, I got spoiled in my brain, though, with unintentionally, but this was, even though the season still delivered a lot of emotion and a lot of just greatness, honestly, and like, listening to how so far finally gets his wish of his character dying, it's just, because apparently he wanted his character to actually die in Empire rather than him to turn to Jedi, but, I mean, we all know that story, but it's good to see the Han Solo finally got the death he deserved, especially from the hands of his son Kylo Ren. Ben! Han Solo, I've been waiting for this day for a long time. Face of my son. Son, it's gone. He was speaking for it like his father. So I destroyed him. Thank you. Like, that scene is just, it was just freaking amazing and definitely emotional. It's definitely a scene in the trilogy I probably rewatched often, so it's definitely one I will be getting. So what can I actually read this movie, which I'm sure most of you probably know it, since I mentioned it. But before we get to my number 1, let's get into 10 honorable mentions of moments that I still loved. They can't make the list, and those honorable mentions are the Hold of Anuba from The Last Jedi, the opening sequence also from The Last Jedi, seeing Lando again from The Rise of Skywalker, the Rey vs. Kylo Ren fight from The Rise of Skywalker, first meeting Miles in The Force Awakens, the first meeting Rey and Finn in The Force Awakens, Rey, Finn vs. Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens as well, the Falcon escape in The Force Awakens, the opening sequence in The Force Awakens, and also Force Awakens Finn helping Poe escape. All fantastic moments that I've seen very often, they just did not quite make the list. Now, as obvious, but my number 1 favorite moment in the Star Wars sequel trilogy are basically all the Luke, all the Rey, and Kylo Ren bitches, which even some people that really aren't usually on this video, at least admit that these sequences are fantastic. Like, they are just breathtaking and just definitely very unique. And just what people talk about is just emotional and powerful. Basically, a lot of the themes and stuff about that, touching what Kylo Ren says, the past die. kill if you have to, which probably says a lot of the themes they were telling in this movie. You know, like, what kind of really, not really in a romantic sense, like they tried to make you believe in Skywalker, like, I'm still not feeling that kiss on set, but I'm not the only one. But, there's so much greatness in those sequences, just beautiful, breathtaking, just downright wonderful, and it's just, it's basically brought themes full circle involving this movie in general, why it's so unique, why I always enjoy watching it, and also it's why these bitches are my favorite moment in the entire sequel trilogy. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed me discussing my 10 favorite moments from the Star Wars sequel trilogy. Feel free to let me know comments down below, what are your thoughts on this trilogy, what are your favorite moments from this trilogy, or your least favorite from this trilogy. I would love to know down in the comment section down below. And I did do my videos on the sequel, on the original and prequels if you want to check those out. And at some point I will plan on doing an overall top 20 which has all the movies, even the 2-hour prequels like Solo, Rogue One, and things precisely does for that film as well. So you may see some bonus down on the list, we'll see. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, I truly honestly appreciate it. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video, be sure to share, be sure to subscribe, be sure to follow all my social media sites, all the description down below. I am Sam One World from Sam World Reviews. I will see you next time as always. Say cool about the internet. The Force be with you all. Peace.